Number 1. The 1965 Chevrolet Chevelle Malibu SS. In my opinion, this 1965 Chevrolet Chevelle Malibu SS is exactly the type of classic muscle car that appeals to enthusiasts who want something they can drive and enjoy rather than simply admire from a distance. While it may not be a numbers-matching investment-grade car, it combines authentic SS heritage with a desirable big block upgrade, creating a package that offers both performance and personality. One of the biggest highlights is that this is a genuine Malibu SS Sport Coupe, not a cloned SS built from a standard Chevelle. The seller notes that the vehicle retains its authentic SS body identification, which gives it a level of legitimacy often missing from many modified muscle cars. For buyers who appreciate factory pedigree but also want improved performance, this combination can be particularly attractive. Under the hood sits a 396 cubic inch Chevrolet big block V8 sourced from a 1967 Chevelle and identified as a 325 horsepower version. Personally, I think this is actually one of the car's strongest selling points. Chevrolet never installed the 396 in regular 1965 Chevelles except for the extremely rare Z16 models, so the swap delivers the kind of power and driving experience many enthusiasts wish these cars had received from the factory. The engine is paired with a TH350 automatic transmission and complemented by an Edelbrock intake manifold, Edelbrock 4-barrel carburetor, Excel HEI ignition system, and tubular headers, creating a setup that should provide reliable street performance and plenty of big block character. The exterior is finished in Marina blue over a black bucket seat interior. Although the car was originally Regal Red according to the cowl tag, the Marina blue repaint gives it a classic muscle car appearance that suits the Chevelle's body lines exceptionally well. The black interior is described as being in excellent condition, and features such as the padded dashboard, original steering wheel, SS dash badge, and auxiliary gauges help preserve the car's vintage atmosphere. Additional features include power steering and power front disc brakes, both of which contribute significantly to driving comfort and safety. The car also rides on classic Craigar S/S chrome wheels wrapped in BF Goodrich Radial T/A tires, a combination that has become almost synonymous with American muscle cars. The seller is refreshingly transparent about the vehicle's imperfections. The odometer reading of 79,189 miles is listed as true mileage unknown, and there are a few non-functioning items including the horn, clock, and front running lights. Paint blemishes on the roof are also mentioned. Personally, I view this honesty as a positive because it allows buyers to understand exactly what they are getting rather than discovering surprises later. What stands out most to me is that this Chevelle seems purpose-built for enjoyment. It has the appearance, sound, and performance expected from a classic muscle car while remaining practical enough for weekend cruising, local car shows, and road trips. It is not trying to be a perfect Concours restoration, and in many ways that makes it more appealing. At an asking price of $44,990, this 1965 Chevrolet Chevelle Malibu SS offers authentic SS roots, a documented 396 big block upgrade, desirable equipment, and a strong visual presence. For enthusiasts looking for a genuine muscle car with proven performance and road-ready character, this Chevelle appears to be a very compelling package. Number 2. 1971 Pontiac Lemans Sport Convertible. In my opinion, this 1971 Pontiac Lemans Sport Convertible is the type of classic car that becomes more appealing the deeper you look into its history. While many vintage vehicles have changed hands numerous times over the decades, this one appears to have spent most of its life within the same family, a detail that often speaks volumes about how a car has been cared for and preserved. Located in Marshville, North Carolina, this Lemans Sport is listed for $34,500 and shows just under 70,000 miles. Finished in a rich burgundy exterior with a black interior, the car has a timeless appearance that fits perfectly with Pontiac's early 1970s styling. The dark color combination enhances the car's muscular body lines while maintaining the elegance expected from a convertible of this era. According to the seller, the vehicle was originally purchased new from Beck Pontiac in Charlotte, North Carolina. It remained in the original family for decades before eventually being inherited by the owner's daughter. After spending years in storage, the family reportedly commissioned a restoration to bring the car back to life. In my opinion, that history adds a personal element that many classic cars simply don't have. One of the most encouraging details in the listing is the claim that the vehicle is rust-free and still retains what appears to be its original body panels. For a convertible that is now more than 50 years old, that's a significant advantage. Rust repair can be one of the most expensive aspects of restoring a classic car, so finding an example that has avoided those issues is always a major selling point. Under the hood sits Pontiac's dependable 350 cubic inch V8 engine paired with an automatic transmission. The seller mentions that the engine sounds like it has a mild performance camshaft installed. If that's the case, it could provide a slightly more aggressive idle and improved performance without sacrificing street manners. Personally, I think a mild cam is often the perfect upgrade for a classic cruiser because it adds character while maintaining reliability. The current owner has also made several improvements. Last year, the convertible top mechanism was replaced, addressing one of the most important functional systems on any vintage drop top. New wheels and tires were also installed, helping improve both appearance and roadworthiness. What I particularly like about this Lemans is that it seems to have been restored with the intention of driving and enjoying it rather than simply storing it away. The seller describes it as a great running, great driving, fun car, and those are exactly the qualities many enthusiasts are searching for when shopping for a classic convertible. The 1971 model year occupies an interesting place in Pontiac history. It arrived during the final years of the traditional muscle car era, combining bold styling with strong V8 performance before emissions regulations and changing market demands began reshaping the industry. As a result, cars like this Lemon Sport still carry much of the personality that made Pontiac such a respected performance brand. Personally, I think this car's strongest selling point is its combination of documented family history, rust-free condition, and open-top driving experience. Anyone can buy a restored classic, but finding one with a story that stretches back to its original purchase is becoming increasingly rare. Overall, this 1971 Pontiac Lemon Sport convertible appears to be a well-preserved and thoughtfully restored classic. With its family-owned history, rust-free body, 350 V8 engine, automatic transmission, recent convertible top upgrades, and attractive burgundy and black color combination, it offers a compelling blend of originality, usability, and nostalgic charm. In my opinion, this is the kind of classic convertible that would be equally enjoyable cruising through town, attending local car shows, or taking on relaxed weekend road trips with the top down. Number 3. This 1972 Ford Mustang Mach 1 is an appealing example of Ford's legendary muscle car, combining classic Mach 1 styling with a number of recent upgrades that make it ready to be enjoyed on the road today. Finished in bright red with a black interior, this Mustang captures the aggressive appearance that helped make the Mach 1 one of the most recognizable performance packages of the early 1970s. The long hood, sporty fastback-inspired body lines, and unmistakable Mustang presence continue to attract attention more than 5 decades after this car first left the factory. Under the hood sits a rebuilt 302 cubic inch V8 equipped with a 4-barrel carburetor. While the 302 may not be the largest engine offered during the Mustang's muscle car era, it has long been respected for its balance of reliability, responsiveness, and street-friendly performance. Power is sent through AC4 automatic transmission, one of Ford's most durable and proven automatic gearboxes. Together, the combination should provide a smooth and enjoyable driving experience whether cruising through town or heading out on a weekend road trip. The seller notes that the engine has been rebuilt, which is an important advantage for anyone looking to purchase a classic car without immediately facing major mechanical work. Additional performance-oriented touches include a dual-point distributor, a traditional hot rodding upgrade that was popular among enthusiasts seeking stronger ignition performance and improved engine response. Recent improvements continue throughout the vehicle. The Mustang has received new paint, helping refresh its overall appearance and giving the car a vibrant presentation. A new carpet has also been installed, improving the interior and contributing to a cleaner, more comfortable cabin environment. One upgrade that stands out is the addition of subframe connectors. These components help strengthen the chassis by reducing body flex, improving overall structural rigidity, and enhancing driving feel. While often overlooked, upgrades like these can make a noticeable difference in how a classic muscle car behaves on the road. The car also rides on new Magnum 500 wheels and tires, one of the most iconic wheel designs associated with classic Mustangs. The combination complements the car's appearance perfectly and helps reinforce its authentic muscle car character. In my opinion, this Mach 1 offers a good balance between collectability and usability. It retains the styling and personality that enthusiasts expect from a Mach 1 while incorporating practical updates such as a rebuilt engine, fresh paint, new interior components, and chassis improvements. Rather than being an untouched museum piece, it appears to be the type of classic that can be driven and enjoyed regularly. At an asking price of $26,000, this 1972 Ford Mustang Mach 1 seems competitively positioned in today's classic car market. Considering the rebuilt 302 V8, desirable Mach 1 package, recent cosmetic updates, and upgraded wheels and chassis components, it presents an attractive opportunity for buyers seeking a vintage Mustang with both visual appeal and proven drivability. For anyone wanting a classic Ford muscle car that is ready for cruising, local shows, and weekend enjoyment, this Mach 1 deserves a serious look. Number 4. 1971 Ford Torino 500. The 1971 Ford Torino 500 comes from an era when American cars were getting larger, more aggressive in appearance, and increasingly powerful. With its long hood, sweeping body lines, and unmistakable early 1970s styling, the Torino remains a popular choice among enthusiasts looking for a classic Ford that stands apart from the more common Mustangs and chevelles seen at most car shows. This particular Torino is finished in brown with an orange interior, a color combination that perfectly reflects the bold design trends of the early 1970s. While not everyone may consider it a traditional muscle car color scheme, it certainly gives the car a unique personality and period-correct appearance that is difficult to duplicate today. Under the hood sits a non-original Cobra 429 cubic inch V8 engine, one of the most respected big-block engines Ford ever produced. Even though the engine is not original to the car, the presence of a Cobra jet-derived 429 immediately adds excitement and performance potential. In my opinion, this is the feature that makes the car particularly interesting. While many restoration projects start with smaller engines, having a 429 already installed gives the next owner a strong foundation for building a serious street machine. According to the seller, the vehicle has approximately 78,000 miles and comes with a clean title. The car is reported to run and drive, which is a major advantage when compared to many classic projects that have been sitting for years without being operational. Being able to move, test, and evaluate a project car under its own power can save both time and money during the restoration process. The seller describes the body as solid and free of rust, which may be one of the most important details in the entire listing. Rust repair on full-size American classics can quickly become expensive and time-consuming. While some bodywork is reportedly needed on one side of the vehicle, having a generally solid rust-free structure could significantly reduce the overall restoration effort. Unlike some of the fully restored classics we've looked at, this Torino appears to occupy a different category. Rather than being a finished show car, it offers an opportunity for someone who enjoys improving and personalizing classic vehicles. The next owner could choose to restore it to near-original condition, build a period-correct muscle car, or create a custom street cruiser centered around the powerful 429 engine. What I personally like about this Torino is the value proposition. Finding a running, driving 1971 Torino equipped with a big block 429 for around $9,000 is becoming increasingly uncommon. While it clearly requires additional work, the combination of a clean title, solid body, running condition, and desirable engine package creates a lot of potential for the asking price. Overall, I believe this 1971 Ford Torino 500 is best suited for an enthusiast who enjoys hands-on projects and recognizes the value of a solid foundation. It may not be a turnkey collector car today, but with the Cobra 429 V8, rust-free body, and running condition already in place, it offers an opportunity to build something special without starting from scratch. At $9,000 or best offer, this Bronx-based Torino could be an affordable entry point into the world of big-block Ford performance. Number 5. This 1967 Ford Mustang V8. Some classic Mustangs are restored to factory specifications, while others are built with one goal in mind: delivering an exciting driving experience. This 1967 Ford Mustang falls firmly into the second category. Located in Walhalla, South Carolina, and offered at $24,000, this first-generation Mustang has received a series of performance-focused upgrades that make it more than just a classic cruiser. Under the hood is a Ford 302 cubic inch V8, an engine that has earned a legendary reputation for reliability, simplicity, and strong performance potential. The engine has been enhanced with a Ford Racing B303 camshaft, a popular upgrade among Mustang enthusiasts that gives the car a more aggressive idle, improved throttle response, and increased power throughout the RPM range. Supporting the camshaft are upgraded valve springs, helping the engine perform reliably under spirited driving conditions. Backing the V8 is an upgraded C4 automatic transmission, one of Ford's most respected automatic gearboxes. Known for its durability and ability to handle additional horsepower, the upgraded transmission helps put the engine's power to the pavement while maintaining easy street manners. Together, the engine and transmission combination should provide the kind of acceleration and responsiveness that many enthusiasts look for in a classic Mustang. Another important improvement is the front disc brake conversion. Early Mustangs equipped with factory drum brakes often require additional stopping distance compared to modern vehicles. By upgrading to front discs, this Mustang benefits from improved braking performance, increased safety, and greater confidence in everyday driving situations. The seller describes the car as having plenty of power and being a lot of fun to drive, which is not surprising considering the modifications. More importantly, the car is reportedly a regular participant at local cruise-ins and car gatherings, where it receives plenty of compliments. That suggests it not only performs well, but also presents itself nicely enough to attract attention wherever it goes. One aspect I appreciate about this listing is the seller's honesty. Rather than claiming the car is a flawless showpiece, they openly state that it is not a show car. In many cases, that can actually be a positive. Driver quality classics are often more enjoyable because owners can take them on road trips, cruise nights, and weekend adventures without worrying about every small scratch or imperfection. In my opinion, this Mustang appears to be aimed at someone who values driving enjoyment more than concours-level perfection. The upgraded drivetrain, performance camshaft, improved braking system, and proven small-block Ford power make it the kind of car that should feel lively and entertaining behind the wheel. For many enthusiasts, that's far more important than having a trailer-only show vehicle. At $24,000, this 1967 Mustang occupies a sweet spot in today's classic car market. It offers the iconic styling of one of America's most recognizable muscle cars while providing mechanical upgrades that improve both performance and drivability. The result is a classic Mustang that can be enjoyed regularly and appreciated for what it was built to do: put a smile on the driver's face. Overall, this 1967 Ford Mustang is a well-sorted street machine that combines vintage looks, V8 power, and practical upgrades into a package that appears ready for cruise nights, weekend drives, and plenty of enjoyment on the open road. Number 6. The 1964 Pontiac Catalina Super Duty Tribute. In my opinion, this 1964 Pontiac Catalina Super Duty Tribute is one of the most impressive performance-oriented builds in this group. Rather than being restored to factory specifications, this car has been carefully modified to deliver modern drivability, highway comfort, and serious Pontiac big block power while still maintaining the iconic appearance of a mid-1960s full-size muscle machine. Originally a California car, this Catalina benefits from the kind of history that enthusiasts often look for when shopping for classic vehicles. California cars are generally known for having better preservation due to the state's dry climate, and the seller specifically notes that this example retains its black California plates. Combined with a clean title and a reported 27,137 miles showing on the odometer, the car presents itself as a well-maintained and thoughtfully developed build. Under the hood is where things become truly interesting. Power comes from a 455 cubic inch Pontiac V8 that has been bored to 462 cubic inches and paired with desirable early 1960s cylinder heads. Feeding the engine is a Holley Dominator-style 830 CFM carburetor supported by a complete upgraded fuel system that includes a Rob MC 550 horsepower fuel pump, custom fuel pickup, large diameter and fuel lines, and dual fuel filters. This combination suggests that the engine was built with both performance and reliability in mind. The cooling system has also been upgraded extensively. A cooling factor radiator, high-volume aluminum water pump, and electric cooling fan controlled by a thermostat help ensure that the engine remains cool even during extended highway driving or warmer weather conditions. These upgrades indicate that the builder intended the car to be driven regularly rather than simply displayed. One of the features I find most appealing is the Tremec TKX 5-speed manual transmission. This modern gearbox is capable of handling substantial torque while dramatically improving highway cruising. According to the seller, the car can comfortably travel at speeds above 70 miles per hour while turning fewer than 2,400 revolutions per minute. That is a significant improvement over many classic muscle cars, which often run much higher engine speeds on the highway. The drivetrain continues with a Ram Stage 2 Plus clutch, billet steel flywheel, upgraded driveshaft, and a strengthened Pontiac 9.3-inch rear axle featuring a 3.64 limited slip differential built by Fabcraft Metal Works. This setup strikes an excellent balance between acceleration and cruising comfort, making the Catalina far more versatile than a typical vintage performance car. Handling has not been overlooked either. The car is equipped with pure motion control arms and QA1 double adjustable shocks, helping improve ride quality and road manners. Custom rear wheels wrapped in Mickey Thompson ET Street radial tires provide added traction, while the seller also includes a full set of original-style wheels for buyers who prefer a more traditional appearance. Personally, I believe this Catalina's greatest strength is its ability to blend classic Pontiac styling with modern performance upgrades. It offers the visual presence of a vintage Super Duty-inspired car while delivering the reliability, comfort, and highway capability that many original muscle cars simply cannot match. The result is a vehicle that can be enjoyed on long road trips, weekend cruises, or local car events without sacrificing performance. At an asking price of $30,000 or best offer, this 1964 Pontiac Catalina Super Duty Tribute appears to offer substantial value considering the quality of its drivetrain, suspension, cooling, and fuel system upgrades. For enthusiasts seeking a turnkey Pontiac that is built to drive rather than merely display, this Catalina could be a very compelling choice. Number 7. 1970 Ford Torino Cobra. In my opinion, this 1970 Ford Torino Cobra is one of the most underrated muscle cars of the golden era. While many enthusiasts immediately think of Mustangs, Chevelles, and Chargers when discussing high-performance cars from the early 1970s, the Torino Cobra often flies under the radar despite offering some of the most serious performance available from Ford at the time. Located in Palm Bay, Florida, this Torino Cobra is listed for $55,000 and has reportedly been owned and garage-kept by the current owner since 2008. Long-term ownership is always a positive sign in the classic car world because it often indicates a vehicle that has been cared for, maintained, and enjoyed rather than frequently flipped between owners. The biggest highlight of this car is undoubtedly its legendary 429 Cobra jet engine. The 429CJ is one of Ford's most respected big block power plants, known for producing massive torque and strong acceleration. During the height of the muscle car era, the Cobra jet name became synonymous with serious street and strip performance. Even today, seeing a genuine 429 powered Ford immediately gets the attention of enthusiasts. Backing the engine is a highly desirable 4-speed manual transmission. In my opinion, this combination is exactly what many collectors look for when shopping for a classic muscle car. A big block V8 paired with a manual gearbox delivers a raw and engaging driving experience that modern performance cars often struggle to replicate. The driver is fully involved in every gear change, making the car feel alive and connected to the road. The seller mentions that the vehicle is regularly taken to car shows, which suggests that it remains roadworthy and presentable rather than being stored away indefinitely. Cars that are driven and enjoyed often develop a reputation for reliability because issues tend to be addressed as they arise rather than sitting unnoticed for years. The 1970 Torino Cobra occupies a special place in Ford performance history. Unlike many muscle cars that relied heavily on flashy graphics or styling packages, the Torino Cobra combined aggressive looks with genuine performance credentials. Its long hood, muscular body lines, and fast back-inspired profile gave it an unmistakable presence both on the street and at the drag strip. Personally, I think one of the most attractive aspects of this vehicle is its rarity compared to more common muscle cars. You can attend many classic car events and see dozens of Mustangs or Camaros, but finding a genuine 429 Cobra Jet Torino is a much less common experience. That exclusivity adds to the car's appeal and helps it stand out among collectors. Another encouraging detail is the seller's willingness to consider trades involving modern performance vehicles such as Shelby Mustangs, Roush models, Mach 1s, and C6 or C7 Corvettes. In my opinion, that reflects the level of desirability and value the owner places on the car, comparing it directly with some of the most respected modern American performance machines. What I find especially appealing is the blend of collectability and usability. This isn't simply a museum piece. It is a car that continues to be driven, shown, and appreciated. The combination of a 429 Cobra Jet, a 4-speed manual transmission, and long-term ownership creates a package that many muscle car enthusiasts spend years searching for. Overall, this 1970 Ford Torino Cobra appears to be a highly desirable example of Ford's muscle car heritage. With its legendary 429 Cobra Jet engine, 4-speed manual transmission, proven show history, and nearly 2 decades of ownership by the same caretaker, it represents the type of classic that continues to command respect wherever it goes. In my opinion, this Torino offers the perfect combination of rarity, performance, and historical significance, making it a standout choice for any serious muscle car enthusiast or collector. Number 8. This 1961 Ford Falcon represents a different side of the classic car hobby. Rather than being a high-horsepower muscle car or an expensive show vehicle, it offers simple vintage charm, dependable mechanics, and affordability that is becoming increasingly difficult to find in today's collector car market. Finished in blue, this Falcon reflects the clean and straightforward design philosophy that made the model such a success during the early 1960s. Ford introduced the Falcon as a compact and economical automobile, but over the decades these cars have developed a loyal following thanks to their lightweight construction, easy maintenance, and timeless styling. According to the seller, this example remains powered by its original straight-six engine paired with an automatic transmission. For many enthusiasts, retaining the factory drivetrain adds to the car's authenticity and character. Ford's inline-six engines earned a reputation for reliability and durability, often running for decades with basic maintenance. While it won't deliver the performance of a V8-powered muscle car, it offers smooth operation and the kind of dependable cruising experience that many classic car owners appreciate. One of the most appealing aspects of this Falcon is that it is described as a turnkey driver. In the classic car world, that phrase carries a lot of value because it suggests the vehicle can be enjoyed immediately without requiring extensive repairs or restoration work. Instead of spending months in the garage, the next owner can focus on driving and enjoying the car. The seller also notes that the vehicle has had only 2 owners, a detail that may appeal to buyers who value a simpler ownership history. With approximately 74,000 miles showing on the odometer, the car appears to have been used and maintained rather than neglected or abandoned for long periods. An interesting feature is the factory air conditioning system. While it is currently not hooked up, its presence could provide an opportunity for the next owner to restore the system and add an extra level of comfort. Factory air conditioning was far less common in compact cars during the early 1960s, making it a noteworthy feature. In my opinion, the strongest selling point of this Falcon is its honesty. It doesn't pretend to be a muscle car, a restomod, or a six-figure collector vehicle. Instead, it appears to be a straightforward, original classic that offers reliable transportation and vintage character at a relatively accessible price. Cars like this are often more enjoyable to own because they can be driven regularly without the stress that sometimes comes with owning a highly valuable collector car. At an asking price of $12,900, this 1961 Ford Falcon seems reasonably positioned for buyers looking to enter the classic car hobby without making a major financial commitment. For someone who appreciates originality, simplicity, and old-school Ford engineering, this Falcon could be a rewarding and enjoyable classic to own. Number 9. 1971 Chevrolet Monte Carlo. The 1971 Chevrolet Monte Carlo is one of those classic American cars that successfully blended luxury and muscle into a single package. Built on a platform closely related to the Chevelle, the first-generation Monte Carlo offered buyers the comfort and style of a personal luxury coupe while still providing access to some of Chevrolet's most powerful engines. Today, these cars are becoming increasingly popular among collectors who appreciate their unique combination of elegance and performance. This particular Monte Carlo is finished in white with a green interior, a distinctly early 1970s color combination that gives the car an authentic period-correct appearance. Unlike many classics that have been heavily modified over the years, this example appears to retain much of its original character while offering the mechanical features that enthusiasts are often searching for. The highlight of the car is undoubtedly its 402 cubic inch big block V8 engine. Although often overshadowed by Chevrolet's more famous 454, the 402 remains a highly respected big block power plant that delivers strong low-end torque and effortless cruising power. Paired with an automatic transmission, it creates a driving experience that is both relaxed and powerful, perfectly matching the Monte Carlo's grand touring personality. Another highly desirable feature is the factory air conditioning system. In my opinion, factory AC is one of the most underrated options on classic cars, especially those intended for regular driving. Having air conditioning from the factory not only improves comfort but also adds to the car's originality and overall desirability. According to the seller, the vehicle runs and drives exceptionally well and is described as a very solid southern car. Perhaps even more importantly, the seller emphasizes that the body is rust-free. For many experienced collectors, rust-free sheet metal can be worth more than cosmetic perfection because structural repairs are often among the most expensive aspects of restoring a classic vehicle. The seller notes that the seats and headliner could benefit from restoration. However, in my view, these are relatively straightforward cosmetic projects compared to major body or mechanical repairs. The fact that the car is already a strong runner with a solid body means the next owner can enjoy driving it immediately while gradually improving the interior if desired. What I particularly like about this Monte Carlo is its balance. It isn't positioned as a six-figure show car, nor is it a rough project requiring years of restoration. Instead, it appears to be a well-preserved driver equipped with one of Chevrolet's desirable big block engines, factory air conditioning, and a rust-free body. That combination makes it appealing to enthusiasts who want a classic they can actually use and enjoy. Overall, I believe this 1971 Chevrolet Monte Carlo represents a compelling value in today's classic car market. The 402 big block V8, factory air conditioning, rust-free Southern heritage, and solid mechanical condition provide a strong foundation for future ownership. At an asking price of $22,500, it offers the opportunity to own a stylish and increasingly collectible Chevrolet that delivers both comfort and big block performance without requiring a massive investment. Number 10. This 1964 Ford Galaxie 500 Fastback. Not every classic car on the market is a finished showpiece, and sometimes the most interesting opportunities are the ones that have already had much of the difficult mechanical work completed. This 1964 Ford Galaxie 500 Fastback is a perfect example of that type of project. Located in Salisbury, North Carolina, and offered at $8,500, this full-size Ford combines iconic fastback styling with a substantial amount of recent mechanical restoration. Power comes from a 352 cubic inch Ford V8 paired with a 3-speed automatic transmission mounted on the steering column. The car reportedly runs and drives, making it a functioning classic rather than a non-running project. While the odometer shows approximately 191,000 miles, the extensive maintenance work completed suggests that reliability has been a major focus of the current owner. One of the strongest aspects of this Galaxie is the amount of mechanical restoration that has already been completed. The entire brake system has received significant attention, including new brake shoes, new hardware, new wheel cylinders, fresh rubber brake lines, and a complete fluid flush and bleeding service. These repairs help address one of the most important systems on any vintage vehicle and can save a future owner considerable time and expense. The cooling system has also been extensively refreshed. Upgrades include a new radiator, new expansion tank, replacement hoses, a new thermostat, and a new heater core. The entire cooling system has been flushed, helping improve reliability and reduce the risk of overheating, which is especially important for older V8-powered cars. The fuel system has seen similar attention. The seller reports the installation of a new fuel tank, fuel cap, fuel sending unit, fuel lines, fuel pump, and a Summit 600 CFM 4-barrel carburetor with an electric choke. These upgrades not only improve reliability but can also enhance drivability and throttle response compared to worn factory components. Additional work includes a rebuilt heater box with new seals and components, replacement of various wiring sections and grounds, repacked wheel bearings, new spark plugs and wires, a fresh distributor cap and rotor, and the installation of a Pertronix electronic ignition system. Exhaust manifold gaskets have also been replaced, further contributing to the car's overall mechanical health. Of course, the vehicle is not without its challenges. The seller is upfront about the fact that rust repair remains necessary. Areas requiring attention include the trunk pan, trunk gutters, portions of the rear floor, and the rear wheel arches. Fortunately, all exterior trim is reportedly still intact, which is a significant advantage because finding replacement trim for classic full-size Fords can often be difficult and expensive. In my opinion, this Galaxie represents a far more attractive project than many similarly priced classics. Rust repair is certainly not inexpensive, but the reality is that mechanical restoration often consumes just as much money as bodywork. In this case, many of the major mechanical systems have already been addressed, leaving the next owner with a car that can be driven while cosmetic and structural improvements are completed. What also stands out is the fastback body style. The sleek roofline gives the car a much sportier appearance than many full-size sedans of the era, and demand for these fastback Galaxies has remained strong among Ford enthusiasts for years. At an asking price of $8,500, this 1964 Ford Galaxie 500 Fastback appears to offer a solid foundation for someone willing to tackle the remaining rust repair. It may not be a finished restoration, but it has already received a tremendous amount of mechanical attention, making it a project that is significantly further along than many others in the same price range. Overall, this Galaxie looks like an honest driver quality classic with excellent bones, desirable styling, and a long list of recent upgrades. For a buyer searching for a vintage Ford that can be improved over time while still being enjoyed on the road, this could be a very worthwhile opportunity. Number 11, the 1969 Plymouth Roadrunner RM23. In my opinion, this 1969 Plymouth Roadrunner RM23 is one of the strongest offerings among classic Mopar muscle cars currently available in this price range. What immediately separates this car from many others on the market is the combination of authenticity, originality, and overall condition. Rather than being a heavily modified tribute or recreation, this appears to be a genuine RM23 Roadrunner retaining its original numbers-matching drivetrain and factory identity. Finished in its distinctive F3 frost green paint with a matching green cloth and vinyl interior, this Roadrunner stands out from the sea of red, black, and orange muscle cars that typically dominate the market. While green may not be the first color many buyers seek, I actually think it gives this car a unique personality and highlights its factory-correct heritage. Today, unusual original colors often attract more attention at shows because they emphasize authenticity rather than conformity. Under the hood is the original numbers matching 383 cubic inch V8, one of Chrysler's most respected big block engines. Known for its strong torque, reliability, and street-friendly performance, the 383 was the perfect power plant for the Roadrunner's mission of delivering affordable muscle. Paired with its original TorqueFlite automatic transmission and factory 8 3/4-inch rear axle equipped with 3.23 gears, the drivetrain appears to remain remarkably true to its original configuration. One aspect I particularly appreciate is the seller's emphasis on originality. The car reportedly retains its original fender tag, matching engine, original transmission, and factory rear axle. In the Mopar world, documentation and factory-correct components can significantly impact desirability, and having these elements still present adds credibility to the vehicle. According to the seller, the Roadrunner runs and drives beautifully, with all major systems functioning properly, including the lights, gauges, heater, turn signals, wipers, and even the iconic beep-beep horn that became synonymous with the model. The dual exhaust system exiting through chrome tips gives the car the deep, unmistakable sound that enthusiasts expect from a classic Mopar big block. The body condition also appears to be a major strength. The seller describes the floors, frame rails, rockers, trunk drop-offs, and underside as exceptionally solid and dry. Original metal cars are becoming increasingly difficult to find, especially examples that have not required extensive structural repairs. Good panel fit, proper gaps, and solid body construction are all encouraging signs for collectors seeking a well-preserved example. Inside, the green luxury cloth and vinyl bench seat interior reportedly remains in very nice condition. The seats, door panels, dashboard, headliner, carpet, and glass are all described positively, suggesting that the vehicle has benefited from careful ownership and maintenance throughout its life. Personally, I believe the biggest appeal of this Roadrunner is that it seems to offer the complete package. It combines a numbers-matching drivetrain, factory-correct appearance, desirable documentation, strong mechanical condition, and a distinctive color combination. It is the type of car that can be proudly displayed at shows while still being driven and enjoyed on the open road. At an asking price of $39,995, this 1969 Plymouth Roadrunner RM23 appears to represent solid value in today's Mopar market. For buyers seeking an authentic, numbers-matching big block muscle car with strong originality and classic Roadrunner character, this example could be a particularly attractive opportunity. Number 12. 1964 Mercury Comet Cyclone. In my opinion, this 1964 Mercury Comet Cyclone is the kind of classic car that deserves more attention than it typically receives. While many collectors focus on Mustangs, GTOs, and Chevelles from the 1960s, the Comet Cyclone offers a unique blend of compact size, attractive styling, and V8 performance that makes it a hidden gem in the vintage car market. Located in Weston, West Virginia, this Cyclone is listed for $25,000 and is finished in a vibrant red exterior with a black interior. That color combination has always been a winning formula for American performance cars, creating a sporty appearance that remains just as appealing today as it was when the car was new more than 60 years ago. According to the seller, the vehicle is powered by a 289 cubic inch V8 engine paired with an automatic transmission. The 289 is one of Ford's most respected small block engines and played an important role in many of Ford's performance vehicles throughout the 1960s. Known for its reliability, smooth operation, and strong aftermarket support, the 289 remains a favorite among enthusiasts who want classic V8 power without the complexity or expense of larger big block engines. The automatic transmission complements the engine well, making the car easier to drive and enjoy during weekend cruises, local car shows, or longer road trips. In my opinion, This combination makes the Cyclone appealing to both experienced collectors and newcomers looking for a classic car that doesn't require constant attention or specialized driving skills. One of the things I appreciate most about the 1964 Comet Cyclone is its distinctive styling. Unlike many larger muscle cars that would follow later in the decade, the Cyclone has a more compact and lightweight appearance. Its clean body lines, modest dimensions, and understated design give it a unique character that separates it from the crowd. It's the kind of car that often attracts enthusiasts who appreciate something a little different from the mainstream choices. The seller describes the vehicle as being in great shape, which is encouraging given the car's age. Although the listing does not provide extensive details about restoration work or recent maintenance, the straightforward description suggests a vehicle that has been preserved and cared for over the years. Another factor that adds to the appeal of this Mercury is its relative rarity. Compared to contemporary Ford models, Comet Cyclones are not commonly seen at local shows or cruise nights. Personally, I think that exclusivity is part of the attraction. Owning a car that stands apart from the more common classics can make the experience even more rewarding. The black interior provides a nice contrast to the bright red exterior and contributes to the car's sporty appearance. Together, the colors create a timeless combination that highlights the vehicle's performance-oriented image without appearing overly flashy. From a collector's standpoint, the Cyclone occupies an interesting place in automotive history. It arrived during a period when manufacturers were beginning to experiment with compact performance cars, helping pave the way for the muscle car movement that would soon dominate American roads. As a result, cars like this represent an important chapter in the evolution of American performance vehicles. Overall, this 1964 Mercury Comet Cyclone appears to be a solid and attractive classic equipped with a proven 289 V8 automatic transmission and a desirable red and black color combination. Its rarity, historical significance, and straightforward mechanical package make it an appealing choice for enthusiasts who want something different from the usual muscle car offerings. In my opinion, this Cyclone would make an excellent weekend cruiser, local show car, or addition to a collection focused on unique and often overlooked American classics. Number 13, this 1969 Cadillac Eldorado is more than just a classic car. It's a rolling symbol of American luxury from an era when bigger was better and Cadillac sat at the top of the automotive world. Finished in its factory-correct astral blue with a matching dark blue vinyl roof, this Eldorado makes an immediate impression. The sharp body lines, hidden headlights, massive proportions, and elegant styling create a presence that few cars, classic or modern, can match. Even parked, this Cadillac looks important. It's the kind of automobile that was built to announce success without saying a word. Under the hood rests Cadillac's legendary 472 cubic inch V8, one of the largest and most torque-rich engines of its time. Designed to move nearly 2.5 tons of luxury with effortless ease, the 472 delivers smooth, quiet power that perfectly suits the Eldorado's personality. According to the seller, the engine runs exceptionally well and is paired with a smooth-shifting automatic transmission driving the front wheels through Cadillac's innovative front-wheel drive system. That front-wheel drive layout was revolutionary in 1969 and allowed engineers to create a remarkably spacious interior with a completely flat floor. Step inside and you're greeted by a sea of blue leather, power accessories, and luxury features that were considered cutting-edge during the late 1960s. The car is equipped with power windows, power locks, a power front seat, automatic climate control, cruise control, heated seats, and a tilt and telescopic steering column. Many of these features remain impressive even by today's standards. The seller describes the interior as largely original and exceptionally well preserved. The leather seating shows only light where consistent with age, while the overall cabin retains the elegance and craftsmanship expected from Cadillac's flagship personal luxury coupe. A modern stereo has been installed for convenience, but the original radio accompanies the vehicle for buyers who prefer complete authenticity. The exterior appears equally impressive. The astral blue paint was professionally refinished and is described as being of a very high standard. Combined with the excellent chrome trim, clean body panels, and attractive white wall tires, the car presents far better than a typical driver quality classic. It looks like the kind of Cadillac that would draw attention at local car shows while remaining comfortable enough for extended highway trips. Mechanically, the Eldorado benefits from a recently installed exhaust system that provides a refined yet authoritative sound. The self-leveling rear air suspension and luxury-tuned front suspension continue to deliver the smooth ride quality that helped make Cadillac famous. The seller also reports that virtually every major system functions correctly, including the air conditioning, heater, gauges, lights, power windows, and climate controls. The only notable exceptions are the factory cruise control and heated seats, which are currently not operational. In my opinion, this car's greatest strength is its combination of luxury, style, and usability. Many classic cars require significant work before they can be enjoyed, but this Eldorado appears to have already received the expensive cosmetic restoration that most buyers want. The beautiful paint, strong-running 472 V8, preserved interior, and long list of functioning accessories make it feel like a complete package. At an asking price of $26,995, this 1969 Cadillac Eldorado appears surprisingly affordable considering its condition, equipment, and historical significance. Comparable luxury cars from this era often require substantial restoration investments, while this example seems ready to be driven and enjoyed immediately. If you're looking for a classic muscle car, this probably isn't it. But if you want one of the most luxurious, distinctive, and technologically advanced American automobiles of its time, this Eldorado may be one of the best values on the market. In my opinion, it's easily one of the most interesting and underrated classics in this price range. Number 14. 1962 Pontiac Grand Prix. The 1962 Pontiac Grand Prix represents a time when American automakers blended performance, luxury, and style into elegant personal automobiles designed for long-distance touring. This particular example takes that classic formula and elevates it with modern engineering, creating a restomod that offers the timeless appearance of a vintage Pontiac while delivering the reliability and comfort expected from a contemporary vehicle. Finished in a stunning red exterior over a beautifully crafted white pearl interior, this Grand Prix immediately commands attention. The sleek hardtop coupe design already possessed impressive styling from the factory, but the high-quality restoration and updated presentation give it an even stronger presence. According to the seller, both the bodywork and paint are outstanding, and the vehicle presents at a level that reflects a significant investment of time and resources. One of the biggest upgrades lies beneath the hood, where the original engine has been replaced with a modern 6.0-liter LS V8. In my opinion, the LS engine swap is one of the most practical upgrades that can be performed on a classic car intended for regular use. These engines are known for their durability, strong performance, easy parts availability, and excellent reliability. Combined with a 4-speed automatic transmission, the drivetrain should provide smooth cruising characteristics while offering considerably more confidence than many original 1960s powertrains. The modernization continues inside the cabin with a fully digital instrument cluster. While some purists prefer factory gauges, the digital setup provides improved accuracy and functionality while maintaining a clean appearance. The interior itself appears to be one of the highlights of the vehicle, featuring a striking white pearl finish that complements the exterior beautifully and reinforces the Grand Prix's luxury-oriented personality. Comfort was clearly a priority during the build. Vintage air climate control has been integrated into the dashboard, allowing the car to remain comfortable even during hot summer weather. Additional convenience features include power steering, power brakes, power windows, and power door locks. These amenities transform the driving experience and make the car feel much more refined than many classics of the same era. The vehicle also rides on Pontiac's iconic 8-lug aluminum wheels, one of the most distinctive wheel designs ever offered by an American manufacturer. These wheels not only enhance the appearance of the car, but also help preserve a connection to Pontiac's performance heritage. According to the seller, the undercarriage is in excellent condition, matching the quality of the exterior and interior. The car is described as an exceptional runner and driver, which is exactly what many buyers seek when investing in a professionally built restomod. Rather than requiring constant attention and maintenance, it appears ready to be driven and enjoyed. What I personally find most appealing about this Grand Prix is the balance between classic styling and modern functionality. Many restorations focus solely on appearance, while others become so modernized that they lose their original character. This car seems to strike a middle ground by preserving the elegant design that made the 1962 Grand Prix special while incorporating upgrades that significantly improve reliability, comfort, and usability. Overall, I believe this 1962 Pontiac Grand Prix is an impressive example of how a classic American luxury coupe can be updated for modern enjoyment without sacrificing its identity. The LS-powered drivetrain, automatic transmission, digital instrumentation, air conditioning, premium interior, and high-quality restoration create a package that offers both collector appeal and everyday drivability. At an asking price of $57,500, this Grand Prix appears to be an attractive option for enthusiasts seeking a distinctive restomod with style, performance, and comfort in equal measure. Number 15. This 1979 Ford Thunderbird. Every now and then, a classic car appears on the market that isn't being sold as a finished restoration or even as a running driver, but rather as an opportunity for someone willing to take on a challenge. This 1979 Ford Thunderbird falls squarely into that category. Located in Hendersonville, Tennessee, and offered for just $1,000, this vintage personal luxury coupe presents itself as a budget-friendly project with potential for the right buyer. Finished in light blue, the Thunderbird still carries the distinctive styling that helped define Ford's personal luxury cars during the late 1970s. The long hood, formal roofline, and substantial proportions reflect an era when comfort and presence were just as important as performance. Inside, the car features a light gray interior accented by wood grain-style trim, a design theme that was popular among upscale American cars of the period. According to the seller, the vehicle has very little rust, which may be its most attractive feature. Rust is often the biggest obstacle when restoring older cars, and finding a late 1970s Thunderbird with minimal corrosion can provide a much stronger foundation than many similarly priced projects. The seller also describes the car as solid overall, suggesting that the body may still have good structural integrity despite years of age and storage. The Thunderbird reportedly ran a few years ago, although it is no longer in running condition and will need to be transported by trailer. Because the vehicle has been sitting, prospective buyers should expect to inspect and likely refurbish major systems such as the fuel system, brakes, ignition components, and cooling system before attempting regular operation. One significant factor to consider is the absence of a title. Depending on local laws and regulations, obtaining legal ownership documentation can vary from straightforward to extremely difficult. Any potential buyer should research title requirements before committing to the purchase. In my opinion, this Thunderbird is best viewed as a restoration candidate or a parts donor rather than an immediate driver. The lack of a title and the fact that it has been off the road for several years add complexity to the project. However, the reported low rust condition and inexpensive asking price make it worth consideration for enthusiasts who enjoy bringing forgotten classics back to life. What I find particularly appealing is the value proposition. At only $1,000, it's difficult to expect perfection. Instead, you're buying a complete classic Thunderbird with a potentially solid body and the possibility of preserving a piece of late 1970s American automotive history. If the structure truly is as solid as described, the car could provide a much better starting point than many projects that initially appear more attractive but hide extensive rust damage. Overall, this 1979 Ford Thunderbird is a rough but potentially rewarding project. It will require transportation, mechanical attention, and title research, but for the right enthusiast, it could become the foundation for a unique restoration or a valuable source of parts. At this price point, the opportunity may be less about what the car is today and more about what it could become in the hands of a dedicated owner.